Hi, BCG members. Get ready for the money train. It is coming, it is on its way. Last month, we talked about the American Rescue Plan and the windfall of money that local governments are expecting to receive. We talked about the three goodies that are available through this American Rescue Plan for local governments. That included the funding that each municipality will receive directly either from the federal government or from the state. We talked about the grants that are going to become available, which we'll talk a little bit more about that later. And we talked about the funding that will go to FEMA for you all to continue to recover. And we'll talk about that just a little bit later as well, because FEMA has come out with their new guidance. So we do have a little bit more information about that and what is eligible for funding. Let's get right into when is my money coming? Well, the law was enacted on March 11th. From March 11th, the federal government had 60 days to get that money to the entitlement communities and the states. So 60 days will put us in July. And then most of you fall under the category of non-entitlement communities. Those are those communities with less than 50,000 residents. You all get your money directly through the state. So the state has 30 days to get that money to you all. So that puts us in August. The state also is allowed to request up to 3 extensions. Hopefully they won't need those extensions, and you all can expect to have your money no later than, at least that first draw, no later than August. Remember what you can use that funding for. You can use it to fill gaps in your budget due to revenue shortfalls. You can use it for sewer projects, broadband projects, those types of infrastructure projects. You can also give that money to nonprofit organizations and to businesses that are impacted by COVID-19. And you can use that funding for COVID-related expenses and responding to and preparing for the future issues that we might have related from COVID-19. Those are the primary things that you can use that funding for. Now, the grants, get ready. We know that the legislative appropriation session is over now for the state of Florida. And the governor, what he decided to do was take $500 million and put that funding into a pot, a new resilience grant that is going to come out to help pay for some of the stormwater projects that people put into and suggested during the legislative appropriation process. You might have seen a lot of those stormwater projects get vetoed, and that is because he's created this new grant program. So do not be discouraged if your stormwater project or your water project was vetoed this year. However, pull that project out, make sure that we're ready. We have some sort of a plan or a scope of work. We know how much it's going to cost. We know where our match is going to come from. We've started the design plan, even if you're not 100% designed, so that you can be competitive when it's time to submit that grant proposal. We expect to see that grant coming out probably in June or July. So get ready, $500 million. It does not go a long way. And the most competitive projects will be the ones that will get funded. In addition to the funding that we expect to see the governor put out, the $500 million that I just talked about, we are still taking a hard look at FDOT funding coming through the Department of Transportation, either at the state or federal level, for additional transit programs. We're looking for additional opportunities for drainage funding. We're looking at water projects, for example, the Rebuild Florida program that we applied last summer. That second cycle should probably be coming out again this summer if they are not too overwhelmed with the American Rescue Plan. And then we're also looking at funding that may become available for support to local businesses, nonprofit organizations, and things like that. Finally, I told you that we were going to mention FEMA. The FEMA funding is still available. you all can apply. They're asking if you have COVID funds that were spent before January 21st, 2021, that you go by the old FEMA guidelines that we were using last year for COVID reimbursements. Anything after January 2021 will go under this new guidance that we have. And I really want to draw your attention to the policing, overtime for policing and your first responders. If you are using overtime hours for first responders for general, making sure that there's social distancing and things like that, enforcing emergency orders, FEMA will most likely not approve those. We can submit it and see what happens. However, if you are using it for facilitating the vaccine, facilitating testing, then that is eligible. However, there is a number of additional reporting that you all have to go through in order to get that funding. Also, you can use it to purchase PPEs. You can use it now for purchasing masks and distributing those masks out. You can use it also for the plexiglass. That was not eligible before, but if you had to put plexiglass up in your facilities and signage in your facilities, that is now eligible for reimbursement through FEMA. And we do provide a service where we help you with getting your FEMA reimbursements. Please reach out to us for a quote for that service. And we will talk to you a little bit more about your specific project. Well, those are the 3 things that I have right now. We talked about the American Rescue Plan. We hope to see municipalities with fewer than 50,000 residents get their money around August. We also expect to see some funding come out for stormwater related projects. And then FEMA has relaxed some of their restrictions on funding so that you all can get more reimbursements. Be sure to reach out to us. Let us know how that we can help. And until next time, have a great day. Bye.